administration is asking that we roll over this 2017 project into the 2018 project. So anybody who wants projects to happen in 2018, when we know that almost one third of that year will be spent on politicking, hard politicking, you know that you need to get the budget passed early. Whatever budget doesn't get early by February or by January, you know that you don't have money. You have that 6 months to even implement anything before anybody dissolves into their constituency and starts looking for votes. So in some sort of way, I guess the incentive is on the National Assembly right now to quickly pass the budget. I'm not looking at the feasibility of December, but who knows, miracles happen, you know. But if you possibly have it by January, you have another 6 to 7 months, you know, to be able to show people that actually this administration achieved something. You know, we've been hearing a lot about infrastructure, but right now I don't know if any infrastructure has been completed. You know, we've been hearing a lot about, oh, we're doing road. This looks like long pipeline projects. The government wants to show people that we actually made something happen for the last 4 years. So in some sort of way, that's what you are going to see them. Maybe this is the incentive to get this budget quickly passed.
6 to 7 months. If I'm going to look at a calendar, so we're now in November.
Yeah.
If we pass everything between now and December, and we all go for Christmas and New Year, we don't go on holiday here just in case. Well, I know you do. You folks do at budget.
Then we do 3 months for procurement?
Yes, 3 months for procurement. And then we start politicking. Okay, and we're going to use this budget to politic and campaign.
Yeah.
Whichever one, for those who want to use it for or against.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Yes, so technically 2018 is just...
We're looking at around maximum, we're looking at around 8 months, because by the time you have September, October, the primaries of the parties will kick in. You're looking at elections happening early in 2019. So it's a sort of way, even right now, you would notice that in the last NEC meeting of APC, there was a very approach to make the president the new candidate. No. So somehow it's alignment have started already. And so, and that's something that you see at the state level. A whole lot of consciousness to quickly ramp up spending early in 2018 to show that we're actually working. It could be very cosmetic, it could be very substandard. Then we go into the elections to show that we have done something. But what really matters right now is let's get this budget passed, let this administration do its project, let the people see what they have to offer. But right now, what we're doing is we're bringing up a huge budget. And I worry about 8.6 trillion budget. It's still not enough for what Nigeria needs. We have a huge deficit in infrastructure, in education, in health. But is it sustainable if we continue on this cycle? If we're taking giant leaps on debt and slow steps on revenue? I guess that's my problem.
It's going to be, it's a tough rope the administration is walking. The DMO plan for 5.5 borrowings in fourth quarter is hanging in there, and we're still less than 60 days to the end of the year.
Yeah, definitely.
You think that window is still open because these borrowings would have to come in and help this budget in a manner of speaking?
Yeah, the DMO plan will still be there. The window will still be open. You know, Nigeria offers a bit of return now, you know, that looks attractive, you know, locally and internationally. And also don't forget that things are beginning to look upward for us in terms of perception. Oil prices are going up. The Saudi and then the whole Middle East crisis could take a new life that could actually trigger the pricing again. There's a bit of understanding now that there needs to be peace in the Niger Delta. I could see the Minister of Niger Delta talking today about need for the militants to calm things down, because everybody understands that you need both production and price to be at optimal level if you are going to get this economy on the right pace. Because we could talk about diversification for all over we care, but right now, what's to sustain this economy in terms of public revenues and also in terms of foreign exchange stability is to the price and production numbers of oil.
We don't know what the president will say in about a few hours from now. Lunchtime, a little bit past lunchtime, but if you have late lunch, you can still catch up with the president live here on channels. But again, in terms of the details of his proposals, what are your expectations?
It will not be a different for whether. If you look at the MTEB, the understanding is there. So maybe around a capital expenditure of 2.5 trillion. Personnel cost suddenly took a flight from 1.8 trillion to 2.1 trillion. So you might possibly see a mild rise in personnel costs and wages into election season. So you will possibly see things like that happening just to make sure that you can fertilize the ground for votes. Also, you see that debt servicing is rising. We were doing less than a trillion 5 years ago, like half a trillion 5 years ago. Now we're debt servicing is over 2 trillion naira, and shows that, and that's why the concern and the agitation by the Minister of Finance say we need to look at our cost of borrowing. It's going off the roof. if your debt service and your revenues are almost at the matching levels, then you are going to be having problems. So why I see this is another bullish plan to spend on infrastructure, another huge deficit gap that you're going to see there in the budget. Then you're going to see huge capital expenditure expense, and you're going to see that there's still no tightening, fiscal tightening at the government side, because you look
really,
yeah, because you look at the non-debt cap recurrent expenditure has not been slowing down, meaning that's the overheads and the personnel cost and the service-wide goods. There's not been, when you have an open and a transparent system, and I guess it's time to also start thinking of open contracting. Who gets what? Who are the beneficial owners of this? And so that we can have opportunities more for Nigerians.
I want a bit of disclosure and what you call, in the market we say, to undress in public.
Undress in public.
In a manner of speaking.
Yeah,
that's the language here on the market street. No one should please undress in public. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for undressing the budget in public. And let's all listen to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria at 2 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah, 2
Let's
o'clock.
go have some lunch.
Yeah.
We'll reach back then. Thank you very much. Do have a great day. This is Business Morning, Tuesday, the 7th of November.